Hello, and welcome to my video presentation for Operation Bring the Noise, the board game for game design. With the startup, we have the players picking up their individual player cards. Each player has a specific card that has their own abilities and equipment to go with them. Alex Jones here has his own armor value, a sniper rifle, one-use medic kit that he can only use on himself, and a specific range of how far his gun can shoot. He also has a certain ability, which in this lighting is hard to see because, well, let's just say the color wasn't coming through. Each one has its own individual skills and its own individual equipment. For instance, a use of the ability is Berserker. If at 1 health, then you go and do double damage. If you roll a 4 or above. Now, the basic principle of the game is to go through the game picking up as much money as you can, at least if you're the robbers. There is another job for the FBI agent, whose job is to stop the robbers, who controls the specific police force on each floor. Now, as the robbers progress through the floor, the guards and the number of guards and the type of guards get harder to fight. If we go to our rules here, which also doubles as having the character statistics as well as on the cards here, you can also see the standard cops or guards, which are marked with a G, the head of security, marked by an H right there, and the Vault Guard and their specific statistics. So, as being the robbers, the robbers go first, and they choose amongst themselves who goes first. And as we go along, you have high cover spots and low cover spots. Now, as the robbers go through, their objective is to collect as much money as they can, and whoever has whichever robber with the most money wins. Now, the guard's objective is simple. Their job is to, shoot the robbers. And the more money the more you have, the higher you go, the more money there is, or the higher value, which is marked by the floor cards and how much money there is on each floor and their value. The higher up you go, the more these cards or these pieces are worth. But also the number of hazards in being the guards and the situation cards, which are right here, play out. Now, if a robber steps on a SC card, they have to pick a situation card or scenario card, which can play either to their advantage or disadvantage. Like this one, Betrayal. The player next to you takes your turn and action, because we are robbers and we don't like to play fair. Now, there is a way now when you get shot 3 times, which I will explain the mechanic of shooting and killing in a second. When you get shot 3 times, you go into a down position, or you're taken into custody. Now, let's say Alex Jones here is shot. He gets killed by here. He will go right there, off the board. The only way these guys, once the game starts, will be spread out. The only way to get him back is to bring all the team members that are remaining, back to the stairs, or back to the start of the game board right here. Then he will come back with half of his loot. This cannot happen twice to the same player, and if he is shot again, he is out of the game. Now, the characters, their cards are meant to play with each other. So it's at the same time a competition against your fellow robbers, but you also have to remember you are on a team and you have to fight the guards. And the farther you go up, as I've stated, the harder they will be. Now, fighting. Each player has its own armor, range, and agility. And of course their own equipment and unique ability. These are all they're all unique to the specific player and the specific player. Or the specific robber, I mean. The armor value is what they have to roll, what someone has to roll in order to, well, hit them to shoot them. When they are shot, one of their hearts goes away. So in order to hit this robber, James Morgan, you have to roll a 4 or above, which obviously that person would miss, in order to hit them. When they're hit 3 times for any of these specific robbers, they go into that down state, as I stated before. And you continue, and it is the same also for the robbers for hitting the guards. Only the guards have no unique abilities, and they're just basic grunts. So you can see their statistics right here. The FBI agent's job, who is basically, he sets up where these coin parts, each one has its own number of its amount of money that you can put on a specific floor. But it is the FBI agent's ability to set up the money on any low cover object. So if he wanted to lure them into a trap, he could put money here, or if he wants to make it so that way it's harder to get, he can put all the money in the back, which is his ability to try and counteract the robbers. So the game ends when everyone decides, when either all of the money is taken, all of the robbers are dead or captured, or all of them decide to leave, which they do by going back to the staircase, which they can either decide if they have nobody. They can all do individually. So if one has enough money and thinks that no one else is going to make it out, he has the most money, he leaves, and everyone else gets arrested or has to get out because the heist is going poorly. They all must leave, and whoever has the most money at the end of the game wins. That's the mechanics of the game, and this is the board game setup. Thank you for watching.